happy Monday. It is January in Ireland and I am out here in a field with only a jumper on and no coat. It's unbelievable. But anyway, that's got nothing to do with what I'm going to talk about today. I wanted to explain a little story about something that happened to me this week. As you know, I'm always talking about personal development and individual growth and becoming the best version of yourself. But that doesn't mean that you have to change completely who you really are. My best friend was staying with me over the last couple of days and we were talking about various things that were going on in her life. And at one point she said to me, yes, you are very quick to react to things though. It was not an argument, but it was a situation that I'd been in. And I thought about it and I thought, gosh, she's right. I actually am direct and a little bit sparky. And when she pointed out that I was quick to react, I thought, gosh, yes, really, that's something that I need to work on. Particularly when I'm coaching other people, but I need to just work at that, reacting very quickly to things. And then over the next couple of days, I thought about it a little bit and I thought, okay, yes, I react very quickly, but I don't overreact. So it's something that doesn't require a huge amount of attention. It's just sometimes it might be better for me to keep my mouth shut instead of opening it, particularly in family situations. And then this morning I was out feeding the horses. And I went into a field where there were 6 all in together, 6 geldings. They were all pushing to get the food. And all of a sudden, something shot out of the shelter and they all went bonkers. And I was really quick. I was out of that field like a shot. I managed to get out of the way, my reactions kicked in, and I immediately made myself safe at a rapid speed. And I looked back and I thought, flip, thank goodness I reacted so quickly there. And then I clicked again and I thought, that's where the reacting quickly comes in. Yes, there's like a dark and a light side to everything that we are. The dark side of me reacting quickly is that maybe I'm a little bit too sharp with people around me. The light side of that is I can react like lightning when I need to, and it's probably what has kept me safe throughout my whole life when I've been working with horses, that ability to immediately react to the situation and react appropriately. And also it made me think about when I was on a safari in Africa last year with my husband and mum. We were in a jeep with, I think there were 10 of us all together, and there was an incident where we had lots of equipment outside the jeep and an elephant appeared from nowhere. Everybody scarpered into the jeep, panicked, and I was very clear about what I was doing. I was quick to react. I worked with the guide that we were with, the safari guide, and put everything back into the jeep because I know I can rely on my reactions. And I was able to gauge the situation very clearly. It's the two sides. It's the two sides of the coin, the dark and the light of every emotion or attribute. There's always a good side to it and a bad side to it. So that is the point of the Happy Monday today. What have you been told you are two of? And how has that affected how you have approached life? Because you've tried to change what you've been accused of being too much of. Now, I've written some down here, just to remind me. Common one is too sensitive. A lot of people are told they're too sensitive and they get quite upset about that. But those same people that are told are too sensitive are probably the ones that are fantastic carers, that are able to empathise much more strongly with other people than the majority of us can. So being too sensitive is a good thing. Too loud. I used to be told I was too loud when I was young, and now I've ended up doing these types of things when actually you have to be able to talk and communicate better. And I wish I'd been even more loud and I would be better at what I'm doing now. Too full of yourself. Well, look at the people who are really successful in life. Where does it ever get you by hiding your light under a bushel or playing smaller than yourself? It's good to be full of yourself. Strong-minded. Strong-minded are the people who are really clear about what they're doing. Isn't it great to know exactly what you want to do with your life instead of floundering, wondering what your purpose is? Direct. Some people are told they're too direct. Aren't they the people that get things done quickly and that are very clear and easy to follow? People who are too particular. You're too fussy about things. Well, isn't it amazing have an eye for detail, to be able to complete something until it's finished, to keep going at it, to fill in all the dots, to make sure that things are perfect. Too introspective. And too introverted. Aren't most of the greatest artists introspective? Isn't that what philosophers are? You know, there are two sides to everything. Too rebellious. Aren't they the people who generate change in the world? Too easygoing, the opposite side of that. Aren't they the people that are a pleasure to be around and get on with everybody? Too greedy. Now that's actually a whole extra theme. I'll probably do a Happy Monday on that at some stage in the future. People are told they're too greedy. Isn't that to do with wanting to excel and be more than you already are? Well, there's a fine balance to that, but that requires a whole extra Happy Monday to talk about that one. Too big-headed. Are they the people who never give up, who don't take failure on board? Like we talked about in the last Happy Monday, failure is not something that should be avoided. It's only our approach to the failure. When we're children, the fact that we can't walk the first time we stand on our two legs is of no consequence. We keep going and going, and we fail until we succeed. Wouldn't it be great if we could carry that on through the rest of our life? So I think what I'm trying to say is that our difficult trait, the trait in ourselves that other people consider to be a trickiness about us, is actually our greatest strength as well. It's what sets us apart from everybody else. It's what gives us our larger-than-life personality. And if everybody was the same, if we were all perfect, if we all had exactly perfect emotions and character traits and personalities, wouldn't the world be a flippin' boring place? So I would say to you, embrace your personality, all the aspects of it. Yes, engage in personal growth, become a better version, learn how and when to let all of the bigness of you out into the world, temper it for different situations. Sort of think of it a little bit like a superpower that you don't use all the time. So it has to be maybe reined in a little bit in some situations, but don't ever lose it, because that is your greatest gift, your authenticity. Okay? So let me know what you think. Let me know what you've been told you are too much of, and flip it over and see how that is actually also your greatest strength. Okay? Bye.